Hi guys, Al DeMarco here, and happy Thanksgiving to you. Hope you all enjoy it with your family today. Before I get started, and in just a moment, I'm going to give you a Thanksgiving Day coupon to save yourself $15 off any single purchase you make either today or tomorrow. And don't worry, I'm going to give you another discount coupon on Saturday as well. I know that's 2 in a couple of days, but I'm general manager of the site and I can do whatever the hell I want, so that's what I choose to do. But before we get going, listen, guys, I have seen it firsthand. People on Thanksgiving watching the NFL games, getting all bent out of shape because their team is costing them money. You got to have some perspective. That's all I can tell you guys. I've been doing this for a hell of a long time. I never celebrate the wins. I never lament the losses. And boy, there's been a lot of losses lately, haven't there? But the bottom line is today, if you are with your loved ones, if you're with your family, enjoy the day. Do not let football get you all bent out of shape. What we do is for entertainment. We gamble for entertainment purposes. That's what you should be doing. It is not life and death. And yet, there is a small minority out there of you that write in sometimes to customer service that I know exist. I don't know who you are, I don't know where you are, but I know after 25 years of doing this that you exist, where it is life and death on these games, and that is just not the way it should be. I'll tell you, and I've shared this with you in the past, my father has a terminal cancer, and last year at Thanksgiving, at the dinner table, he says, I hope, I'm still here next year. I gotta be honest with you, a month ago we weren't too sure. But he is, so we celebrate again today, and every day is really Thanksgiving, and I don't mean to preach or anything, I'm not that religious, trust me, but I'm just saying, to those of you out there where gambling is a life or death proposition rather than fun and games, you shouldn't be gambling. That's the bottom line. Before I get to your free pick, and tell you what's going on here today, let me just tell you, and again, happy Thanksgiving to all of you out there, and I hope you have a great day with your families. Your discount coupon today is very simply THANKS15. THANKS15. No space between them. Thanks and 15, the number 15. Enter that in your shopping cart when prompted, and you will save $15 off of any single purchase you make today. It's a one-time use coupon, and you have an option. You can either use it today or you can use it tomorrow. Tons of great college games on the board tomorrow, plus college basketball, plus the NBA. The choice is yours. Last night, I came with my second 15-dime release of the college basketball season and cashed in easily with Villanova, a 5 to 5.5 point chalk at Madison Square Garden, jumping out to the early lead against UCLA and rolling past the Bruins by 12. Now 4-1 with those, 5-1. At least I can get my own record right, correct? 5-1 with those rare 15-dime releases in college basketball the past 2 years combined. 6-2 in the NBA with those plays, and 28-15-2 with those plays the past 3 years in the NFL. Now today, I've got to be honest with you, I am not enamored with any of these games that much. But the same thing happened last year on Thanksgiving. I had just one play. It was a 5-dime release, the Denver Broncos, and they took care of business against the New York Giants. And I think I gave you a free winner last year on Thanksgiving on the video report on the Green Bay Packers. Well, today I've got not one, but 2 5-dime plays. The first in the NFL, your New Orleans-Dallas contest. The second is in college basketball. There's a tournament, the Old Spice Classic, getting underway today in Orlando. It runs through Sunday. One of the featured games on the nighttime card is Temple against California. That is also going to be a 5-dime play. Now, no parlays, nothing exotic here, just 2 singular 5-dime wagers, one in the NFL, one in college basketball. That's what I've got going today. Now, let's talk a little bit about the NFL. So far, this is going to be kicking off week number 12 of the season. Through the first 11 weeks, 8 times the underdogs have ruled the roost in Vegas. Now, last week was an exception. The favorites had their best week of the entire season, going 10-6 against the spread. That's the good news. The bad news is the favorites are still 16 games under 500 on the season. Road favorites last weekend, a 3-0 sweep, but they're still 4 games under 500 as well. And I bring that up because, of course, your first game on the docket, you've got New England laying 6.5 to 7, depending on where you price shop, against Detroit. Naturally, that line is set because everybody feels that, the Patriots, after the road win against the Steelers and the home hold on for your ass win against the Indianapolis Colts, are due for a letdown. And it certainly wouldn't be a surprise considering this is a team that just got its doors blown off a few weeks ago at Cleveland. But let's remember, guys, this is the Detroit Lions. And even though the Lions are 8-2 against the spread this year, they have failed to cover in 6 straight Thanksgiving Day home games. They have the number 626 rushing defense. And I bring that up because most of the times you think of the Patriots, obviously Tom Brady throwing the ball, and Brady should have success. But what I have noticed this year, and it was especially true last week again against Indianapolis, is how good the Patriots have been running the ball with a bunch of no-name running backs. And you should be able to run the ball on this Detroit Lions defense, a unit that's ranked 26th in the league at stopping the run, giving up 130.6 yards per game. That translates to 4.6 yards per carry. Now, it is true, the Patriots' pass defense, as you saw in the fourth quarter of each of the last 2 games against the Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts, is not very good. The Patriots pass defense ranked 31st in the league. There's only 32 games, guys. My question to you, can Shaun Hill possibly do damage? I don't think so, especially since the Lions don't have any ground support to provide him as well. So, I like New England in this contest, but the way I would play New England is I would hook New England in a teaser with the New York Jets. The Jets, of course, a 9-point favorite at home against the Cincinnati Bengals. And before I break down that game, let me just tell you, many, many times I've talked about if you had that magical crystal ball and were simply able to pick the straight-up winner of a game, you would come up with the point spread winner to the tune of 128 wins versus 25 losses and 5 pushes this season. 128, 25, and 5 against the spread, the straight-up winners are. And last week, the straight-up winners went 14-2 against the spread. Quick, which 2 straight-up winners failed to cover? Let's cue up the Jeopardy music. The New England Patriots and the New York Jets. Because the Jets have just fallen to pieces. Prior to the bye, after losing their opener at home to Baltimore, they then reel off 5 straight wins and covers. Since that bye week, they lose 9-0 in the swirling wins at home to the Green Bay Packers. They go on to the road. They need overtime to escape with a 3-point win and a miracle win at that, at Detroit. Then they need overtime again after blowing a fourth quarter lead on the final possession and to beat the Cleveland Browns. And then last week, another miracle comeback in the closing minutes to beat the Houston Texans. You think I'm going to be willing to lay 9 points with this team? You got to be crazy. Rex Ryan, you might be a defensive genius, but you left Ray Lewis and all those guys in Baltimore. The Jets just don't play much defense. But the one thing they showed last year is they can beat the Cincinnati Bengals, a team they beat in the regular season finale, a game that the Bengals didn't really have any incentive to play much in that game, and they rolled over them in that contest 37-0. And then in the game that counted in the postseason, they upset them again, 24-14 on the road. The key, the ground game, last year powered by Sean Green and Thomas Jones. This year, LT there instead of Thomas Jones, and the Jets really haven't skipped a beat. Number 4 rushing attack in the league against the number 23 rushing defense, a unit that's giving up 118 yards, but more importantly, 4.4 yards per carry. The Bengals also giving up 26.2 points a game this season. And what happened last week? They got outscored 42-3 in the second half by the Buffalo Bills and lost their 7th straight game, 1-6 ATS in that stretch. However, again, I'm not comfortable laying the points with either one of these favorites, New England and New York, so why not play them in a teaser? Standard 2-team, 6-point teaser. I'm taking down New England to a 1-point favorite on the road. I'll ride the Patriots there. I'm taking the Jets down to a 3-point favorite at home. I'll take my chances there, especially when you consider what a killer schedule the Jets have coming up. They better win this game. Next, they're at New England. Then they're home against Miami. Then they're at Pittsburgh. Then they're at Chicago. It's not getting easier down the home stretch for Big Green. So again, your teaser, your free pick, the Patriots and the Jets. Your $15 discount coupon is once again thanks and the number 15 all put together, no spaces. Enter in the shopping cart when prompted. Good luck, everybody, and have a great Thanksgiving, and I'll talk to you again on Friday.